More weird maps from the internet. Yes, I've had my internet research expert Connell put together the weirdest, the most divisive, the most bizarre maps for us to take a look at today. So without further ado, let's get into it. First off, we have the weirdest food in every state in the US. So from top left, we have geoduck, or gooey duck as it's pronounced. Gooey duck is actually, if you're not familiar, it's a mollusk or something that it's half in its shell. It's a girthy boy. It's a little bit, I don't know, man. It's supposed to be delicious. It just looks a little naughty, you know? Next, we have gooseneck barnacles. Ooh, those don't sound very good. Oh, it seems pretty similar to a gooey duck, but it's like a rocky one. Whoa. Could that be yummy? Could this be delicious? Probably not. It's like the ocean's mushroom. Okay, cotton candy burrito. Ugh, looks terrible. America's latest deliciously horrifying stadium food, cotton candy burrito. Kind of is bumming me out a little bit. I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel like science may have gone too far with this one. Ube in Hawaii. Ube is delicious. Akutak. Oh, it's just Alaskan ice cream. Not that weird. It's made from... oh, animal fat, seal oil, and berries. That's probably really good. Jello salad from Utah. Mormons have no taste. The food there sucks. Rocky Mountain oysters, bull testicles, for those of you who are uninitiated. Yep, there they are. Rocky Mountain oysters. The old testicles. Don't be weird about it. This is nature at work. Rattlesnake, lamb fries, hot beef sundae. Whoever named this knew what they were doing. Oh, I get it. Okay, so it's just, it's mashed potatoes and beef, but it looks like an ice cream sundae. Yeah, delicious. Honestly, this probably goes really hard. Something about beef and potatoes, man. Woo! Ooh! Anyway, lutefisk. I feel like this is some kind of weird fish. Stockfish that has been soaked in water, placed in lye, and then soaked in water again. Weird. Dehydrated, then rehydrated. Something about dehydrating a fish and then rehydrating it makes me not really want to have it. Walking taco. I feel like that's more of a Minnesota thing, but maybe it's an Iowa thing too. That's basically you take a bag of Doritos and you put ground beef in it, I think. Or is it Fritos? I've never really had one. I just have heard of them. As a Midwest transplant, I am not privy to these types of things. Yep, there's your walking taco. You can apparently you can do Fritos or Doritos. Provolone cheese, possum pie. Oh, possum. I would never want to eat possum. Oh, they're the most disgusting looking animals in North America. Oh, it's not actually possum. It was just the deep south. I thought that they would be cooking possum, okay? Sue me. Sue me for thinking they're weird down in the backwoods swamps of those states. I don't know, man. Nutria. What's nutria? Oh, it's weird when you search a food from the weirdest food from every state map and it pops up as just a regular rodent. Every other thing that we've searched has shown a completed dish. This one showed us this guy with his blood red buck teeth ready to nibble your jugular. This is scary. Cool-licky? Cool-licky. Oh, Kool-Aid pickles. How do you say it? Cool-lickle. Ew. I don't know, man. That's weird. It'd be fun to try all these. Slug burger. There's no way it's an actual slug, right? Can't be. Yeah, it's just a regular burger. This is how a burger should be prepared. Delicious. Oh, it's a deep fried pork cutlet. Ooh, boy. Yum! Gravy bread, butter burger, Detroit style coney dog, sauerkraut balls. That sounds like an Urban Dictionary entry. Goetta, liver mush, peanut soup, fried squirrel in West Virginia. Nothing quite like West Virginia. Tamale? All right, what's tamale? It's probably something real weird from the backwoods of Maine. Can I help you, keyboard? Tamale. The digestive gland of a lobster which turns green when cooked. Nah, dog. Nope. No, you're not supposed to eat that stuff. No. It's not. It wasn't made for you to consume. I think that should cap it off for us. That's the weirdest food from every state. Weird place names from the UK. These are the UK's oddest place names. First off, going from the top, we have Fatty Head. I like that one. I wish I was from Fatty Head. In many ways, I feel like I kind of am. Wide Open Pity Me. Ayy! Crackpot. Giggleswick. Wet Wang. That's, yeah. Bit on the nose, guys. That's a little bit crass. Blubber houses, jump besses. Oh, the barn. At this point, it seems like they're just trying things and seeing what they can get away with. Like Barton and the Beans. Come on. Nobody would seriously name a place Barton and the Beans. Though it is good branding. They probably sell a lot of t-shirts. Bunny, Great Snoring, New Invention, Chemistry, Wig, Nasty, Horrid Hill, Donkey Town. Oh, Donkey Town. Population U. Hee-haw. Brown Willie. Excuse me? Crapstone. Blotus Fleming. That might be the best one on here. And finally, the one that I've been dreading on this map, Liana Fairpool Gwingilla Go Gary Kishwur de Robu Will Silo Go Go Gutch. How'd I do on that pronunciation? What do you think? Pretty good, right? Is that good? Is that good for you? Let's see if I can get someone actually pronouncing this.
Clanvarpith Gwingith Gagareth Wendrabith Lenticilia Go Go Go. Clanvarpith Gwingith Gagareth Wendrabith Lenticilia Go Go Go.
Clanvarta Puntha Gwinda Guntha Gerde Ruthendra Bunthu Ticilia Go Go. Let's see a real person.
Now today we had a big contrast in temperature across the UK, just 12 degrees over coastal parts of eastern England with cloudy skies, but in the sunshine in northwest Wales at RAF Mona, just up the road from Clanvarpith Gwingith Gogeric Wendrobot Lenticilia Go Go Go, the temperature got to 21 Celsius, that's 70 in Fahrenheit.
Weatherman built different. Okay, next up, moving right along, we've got the best sperm quality. This one I'm pretty excited to look into. Oh, this is Europe. I thought it would be by state. I was hoping it would be by US state, but it can tell us some different things about the different European cultures here. Median sperm concentration adjusted to period of abstinence. Whoa. Testicular cancer incidence rates per 100,000 age standardized. So that's the dots overlay on top of it. So who's the most potent? That's the thing that I care about the most between Western Europe and Japan. Which has the most potent males? The best fit for breeding? Well, it's certainly not Switzerland, which I could have told you that. Germany and Switzerland, and also Denmark and Norway, all low sperm count countries. But then you get up into the Balkans. This is the Balkans, right? I always get the Balkans and the wherever Greece is confused. Nope, it's not the Balkans. Whatever. Those are some potent people. Same with Sweden. It's interesting that Norway is not that potent, but Sweden is. And then of course, Spain. Woo! They're popping babies out left and right there. And then Japan is actually like middle of the road. Not bad though. Not bad. Pretty impressive. About to tip into dark green from mid green, but not quite there yet. They need to get their numbers up. Who's the most potent? It looks like Estonia. No, Sweden. Sweden by far the highest concentration in Europe of sperm. Congratulations, everyone there. Next up, we have the weirdest laws from each state. All right. Virginia, obscenity is a bigger crime if you use a computer. Obscenity. Obscenity is a crime? Like being obscene? Obscenity laws, which are not protected by the First Amendment, criminalize the production, distribution, or possession of certain types of materials deemed obscene, including CP, and can lead to fines of imprisonment. Okay, so it's not like saying the F word, it's like making terrible things that are antisocial and bad for the world. Okay, that makes sense. I think digital distribution of obscene content would constitute a bigger crime. That doesn't seem like actually a weird law at all. All right, going clockwise, North Carolina, you can't pretend to be married to share a hotel room. You absolutely cannot. Do not do that. You can share a hotel room with your homies, as long as there's no gay stuff going on in there. You can share a hotel room with your platonic girlfriend, not your girlfriend, but you cannot share a hotel room with your romantic partner if you are not married in the eyes of the Lord. All right, Tennessee students may not hold hands in school. Yeah, that's weird. It would be weird to let them. Florida, married couples can't engage in open lewdness. Well, lock me up then. If loving my wife's a crime, put me in the slammer. Mississippi, no explaining polygamy to anyone. Don't even bring it up, okay, brother? Don't even think about marrying multiple women. Mormons are strictly forbidden in Mississippi. New Orleans, fortune tellers can't use their powers to settle lovers' quarrels. That makes a lot of sense. You don't want the dark arts meddling in love affairs, right? That would be bad news. Texas, you can't own more than 6 dildos. True. I'm saying just own one. Don't be weird. I'm just kidding. Do what you want. Come on. As long as you're not in Texas, then don't buy 7 dildos. It's a felony. Oklahoma, bar owners must not allow simulated animal sex. Yep, no Animal Planet in bars in Oklahoma. That makes sense. It'll scar the children. Arizona, no more than 2 dildos in the same house. That's a lot more restrictive than Texas. 2 dildos? That's it? I feel like that's not that many, man. Am I crazy? What's up with why are they trying to limit that? You want to outlaw that. Think about the state legislature as they were passing the dildo law in Arizona. And they're like, it's a bunch of old white dudes in a room just like arms crossed, seriously discussing like, how many dildos should we let them have? 3? No, 3 seems like too many, right? Like 1 is not enough though, because you need 2. Like there's at least 2 holes. So okay, yeah, 2. Anyway, California, no selling booby pillows within 1,000 feet of a highway. Booby pillows is in quotes, so I guess that's directly from the legislature. No vendor shall vend stuffed articles depicting female breasts sold as, quote, booby pillows within 1,000 feet of any county highway. They just want to outlaw booby pillows, but they couldn't get it passed without some exemption, right? There was someone in there that was holding out because they love booby pillows. They're like, why don't we just make it 1,000 feet of a highway? Anyway, Utah, no marrying your first cousin until the age of 65. Towards the end of life, it's okay. Everything is on limits. But up until that point, it's weird unless you're old. And then it's fine. Just fine. Don't make it weird. They loved each other their whole life. Nebraska, you can't get married if you have gonorrhea. Yeah, stop the spread. Iowa, kisses may last for no more than 5 minutes. I actually am on board with this. One single kiss for 5 minutes? If you're kissing for 5 minutes and someone is seeing you the whole time and they report you, honestly, you do deserve to be arrested. Don't make it weird. There's kids out in public, okay? Kitterville, New Hampshire, no hanging in lingerie on a clothesline near the airport. Yeah, you don't want the passersby to see that? Jesus. Haddon Township, New Jersey, flirting is illegal. Nice. Those are the weirdest laws from the United States of America. Moving right along, we have the percentage of people who have read a book in the past 12 months in Europe. So let's see. Let's start off with the most well-read countries. Of course, we have Switzerland. Bunch of nerds there. Can confirm, went there, hated it. Too many nerds. And then, of course, we have the Nordic countries. Also, similar problem, I assume, to Switzerland. I have not been there, but I assume they're nerds up there. You know, Central Europe is doing their best, 60%. Spain is kind of struggling. Portugal is down below the 50% mark, which you definitely don't want to be at. Right? Italy, 35%. Kind of hate to see that, but you understand. They live in Italy. They go outside and hang out instead, right? And then Eastern Europe, 50%, kind of the median there. And then we have the lowest country, which is Romania, right? With 30% of people have read a book in the past 12 months. I wonder what the US stat is. I feel like this is just trending down across the world. 64% of American adults. That's not bad. That puts us like on par with Germany and like Austria, France, and Ireland or whatever. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Anyway, map of Asia, but with Google autocomplete results. The search is, why is country blank? Moving its capital. Poor. Called the Philippines. Filipino people are just simply confused. Also, same with Japanese people, confused about the name of their country. So strict, North Korea. That's interesting. I can't believe that they got search data from North Korea. South Korea is so popular. Good question. Pronounced Thailand. Supporting Russia for China. That makes sense. I mean, why? Actually, why are they? And then why is Mongolia so empty? And why is this Kazakhstan? I believe it's that's Kazakhstan. Why is Kazakhstan so big? You're asking the right questions. Called Turkey. That's a really good question. Called Japan, called the Philippines. That I don't understand why you would ask that. I mean, it's just their name. But called Turkey, it's a funny name. Why did they choose a funny name? So weird. Turkmenistan is, why is Turkmenistan so weird? All right. Anyway, who's the so happy one? That's cute. That's Bhutan. That's Bhutan. Why is Bhutan so happy? I don't know. I love it here. Next up, we have the least educated states in the United States. Starting off top 10, Massachusetts number 1, Minnesota number 2. Let's go, baby. Connecticut number 3, Virginia number 4. From there also, let's go, Virginia. Pennsylvania number 5, Vermont number 6, Nebraska number 7. Surprising with Nebraska. Missouri number 8. You don't say. You would definitely not think that. Illinois number 9. That's not surprising. Maryland number 10. And then the bottom 10, South Carolina, of course. That makes a lot of sense. Arizona, I would not think that would be true, but I guess, I don't know. I don't know why that is the case. Nevada makes a lot of sense. Bad public services. Alabama, the deep south, is gonna own this category from here on out, I would assume. Oklahoma, number 45. Texas, number 46. That's also surprising because Texas is pretty wealthy, man. Idaho, number 47. Very rural, very weird. Makes sense. Florida, number 48. Really? They're also rich in Florida. No state income tax, though. It doesn't lead to good schools, I guess. Mississippi, number 49. Woo, they're bad at school in Mississippi, and then New Mexico is number 50. Dang, bro. It's interesting that most of the highly educated states are at the top of the map on the north side of the US, and then the poorly educated ones are on the southern part of the map. That's kind of weird, right? It's very divided. All right, life satisfaction of young people in Europe. Let's just look at the highest ones here. Croatia, I mean, it's because they got all that beach, bro. Romania, whoa, really? And Slovenia. Eastern Europe, I would have expected Sweden and Norway, right? People talk about how happy the Nordic countries are, but they don't talk about how happy Romania is, the young people at least. And then also in Eastern Europe, we have Turkey, Albania, and Montenegro as the lowest 3 life satisfaction of young people. I think Albania and Montenegro make a lot of sense. I feel like that's like a war-torn pocket of the world. And Turkey is just like last in a lot of metrics for Europe in general, which is kind of strange. I guess it's the gateway to the Middle East. I have no idea why. If any Turkish people are watching, let me know why you lagging, bro? What's going on with that? In the countries that I think are nice, Spain 7.6, Italy 7.5, France 7.5. That makes a lot of sense. It's nice there. Poland 7.9. That's pretty shocking. What is this? Czech? Yeah, Czech Republic 8.0. Woo! The Czech people are loving life because beer is so cheap there. Malta also loving life. Oh no, Cyprus? Cyprus, loving life. Countries with visa-free access to China. Okay, kind of interesting. What do we got? Who can go to China without a visa? Starting from the left, we've got some South American countries. Why do I keep closing my Google Maps? What's that? That's Ecuador can do it. And then Guyana, Suriname. Interesting. It's weird that they just chose those two countries to be able to visit. Most of Western Europe can go to China without a visa, which is kind of surprising. The European Union, I guess, is on friendlier terms with China than the US is. That makes sense. Mongolia, of course. Kazakhstan, kind of surprising. Japan, that's really surprising. I feel like they don't really like each other, but maybe they do. All right, we have a map of the United States based on Dungeons and Dragons popularity. Where is D&D the most popular? Utah! Whoa! Mormons not being able to drink. They got to get into D&D. Utah, Idaho, and Oregon. This is the Mormon belt right here. You would not think that it would be so popular with Mormons. I would feel like they would be scared of magic, but I guess they're into it. Maine, number 4. Where's number 5? Oh, tied with Alaska. All right, where are there no nerds? New York. They do not like D&D. Same in California, same in Texas, same in Florida. All the populated states are like, no, we do not mess with that nerd stuff. Kentucky, surprisingly popular. You would think that that would get bullied out of them. I don't know. Something about the South makes me just think that they would not be into D&D. But anyway, moving right along. Weirdest language according to Europeans. Most people think that Hungarian is the weirdest language, which it is. I heard it in person recently, and it's quite strange, but I've never heard Finnish. I imagine it's weird. Basque is, what is that? The Basque people, are they from France or are they from Spain? It's some subpopulation in either France or Spain, and it's got like really weird linguistic roots. It's a pre-Indo-European language isolate, meaning it has no linguistic relatives spoken in the Basque country region straddling northern Spain and southwestern France. Not only is it a language isolate, it's got several dialects too. Weird, man. But what does their traditional garb look like? Okay. All right, I kind of mess with the Basques. Anyway, Albanian. Albanian people think that Albanian is the weirdest language. Wait, is that Albania? Yeah, that's funny to vote for your own language. Like, yeah, it's probably, what's the language? Albanian? Just because you thought of it first. It doesn't mean that it's the weirdest language. And finally, we have a map of Croatia. Bosnians said, I want to swim, and Croatians replied, no. This is always kind of fascinated me. How does Croatia get away with this, right? Like, what's the deal here? How did Bosnia let this happen? I cannot believe that they were able to pull this off. That's like the greatest land heist of all time. But anyway, those are the weirdest maps. Hope you enjoyed it. Like the channel and subscribe to the video. You know what I meant. All right, bye.